Hi, I'm Jesse. Welcome back to my channel, JaffyDuck Productions. Today we're going to be discussing the series premiere of Black Lightning. This is Season 1, Episode 1, Resurrection. A former superhero with the powers to control and harness lightning, Jefferson Pierce, otherwise known as Black Lightning, unrolls the secrets of his past and to protecting his city and his family. So yeah, very general description, more like a description of the series as a whole, not the first episode. But let's get right into it. So the first thing I would like to talk about is, well, pretty much the opening line. This was a monologue by Anissa Jefferson, his daughter, as they're kind of pulling into a police station. Police officers walking out, showing Jefferson Pierce and his other daughter, Jennifer, sitting there waiting. Justice, like lightning, should ever appear to some men hope, and to other men fear. This is very, very telling because it really sets up the hero, Black Lightning, as justice, not just a vigilante, not just revenge or anything. He represents justice to people. And anyways, so it goes on as they're waiting, they're watching TV, and the newscaster says it's 125 shootings in one weekend. Now, those probably didn't all result in deaths, and I know I've never actually looked up the statistics. I meant to, sorry. But that's a lot. That is a lot. That is a very dangerous city, and it really sets up the sets up a precedent for how this show is going to be. Why this city needs a hero. Why the cops aren't doing it. So they're there. He goes. His daughter is brought out. She was protesting the biggest gang in this, pretty much the only gang in the city at this point, the 100. Now, why protest a gang? That's just going to end badly. Protest the police. Protest everything they do. They'll tear gas you, they'll whack you on the head, but they won't kill you. The 100 will just come and shoot you the fuck up. And the police will have to collect your bodies. So, it shows a text message conversation with the younger sister Jennifer and her friend, asking what they were doing, where they were. So she calls her older sister, Anissa, Harriet Tubman, and it's very, very fitting. So as they're getting up to leave, Jefferson didn't really say anything. So he gets up to leave and looks at the most wanted. On the most wanted, it's Black Lightning and Tobias Whale. Tobias Whale is going to be either the season villain or just a personal villain that just happens to be working with the season villain. There's some connection there. I believe it explains it a little more later on, and I'll get to that when I do. But the sketch itself of Black Lightning was lifted right from the comic books, and to me that is just excellent. It's a great way of having a throwback, but having it accurate as well. Like, it's going to be a sketch of a guy in a suit, a young black man taking justice into his own hands. Yeah. So, anyways, so they're leaving. It's a rain-soaked street, and they get pulled over. Two police officers just pull him over randomly because he's black. They have him step out of the vehicle, don't ask for license registration, the two daughters start acting up. One pointing a camera, the other one flashing lights, and he's trying to calm them down while trying to do what the police say so that nobody gets shot. And he has a great voice, and he doesn't beg his daughters to do anything. He tells them, you listen to what you're told, do it now, this is dangerous. So they haul him out of his vehicle in this rain. He's in a suit, and they put him over the hood of their car, they cuff him, take him back to a little old lady in their back seat. Is this the man? Well, ma'am, is this the man that you saw? No, it's not. All they heard from her description is a black man. And this black man was driving a Volvo, two teenage girls in it, and a suit. This is different. Sure, pull him over if you just saw a black male in the vehicle, and as soon as you looked in and saw, wow, this guy's wearing a suit, you smarten the fuck up. But these cops didn't. They're fucking pricks. He asked what the deal was, they explained it to him, and he didn't take it lightly. So, yeah. He did a good job of keeping it together for the most part. And just the look in his eyes, the lightning forming in there as they walk away, his anger, the power draining from the cars. It's very well done. It was terrifying. It was sad. It was an amazing way to open this show. And this show shows us this is where they're going with the show. This is the problem here. And that's how they're doing it. So, while he's powering up and the vehicles are going down, like losing their power, shutting down, a monologue appears over it. This was the night in the rain, with thunder and lightning as witness, that Black Lightning was born again. Thunder and Lightning are the comic book names of the superheroes that its daughters become. And they were bearing witness to him in the car. It's very poetic and very excellent way of describing how done he is with it. He's ready to be back. They need him back. They need Black Lightning. Anyways, so they go on. The reason he was so upset about her doing this on this specific day, it was when he was being recognized with an award for bringing up a great school. Like he pulled them out of a lot of things and shown a lot of respect to his students and brings a lot of stuff. Anyways, so big speech forward, and it goes to somebody is thanking him. He's like, well, one daughter's in medical school and is actually at the school teaching a few days a week, health and safety, and his other daughter's a Star Trek athlete, and he was an Olympic athlete himself who came back to rebuild his town of Freeland. So, yeah, and it just proves how effective he has been since he gave up being Black Lightning. He is a respected figure of the community. He is teaching and saving young people as his city itself gets worse. So it cuts to no daughter, and so the older daughter goes and checks where the younger one is. Her and her friend are getting prettied up to go to a party. Very teenager shit. Anyways, so the younger daughter has the nickname the Queen of Garfield High. And she says it low-key hating on her for something she can't control. It's just an accurate description. So the older daughter is convinced, so Jennifer convinces Anissa to lie to her parents, and to let her go to this party. And it's a sister thing. It's a sibling thing. I get it. I have a younger brother, so yeah, I would do this cover for them as long as he's telling me the truth. So, again, she calls her Harriet Tubman. Now they're perusing people, trying to get money for the school, and she tries to convince Jefferson to go meet with Lady Eve. She owns a funeral parlor, and she's got deep pockets. So definitely going to try to convince her to help out the school, obviously. But before he does, he goes and talks to his ex-wife. There's some great chemistry there, a little bit of flirting, a little bit of not. It's sweet, and it works for it. So let's fast forward a bit. So instead of going to a party, Anissa decides, not Anissa, Jennifer decides it's a great idea to go to Club 100. It's called Club 100 because the only people that go there are members of the 100. She's dancing, she's getting high, which actually isn't too bad. Like, she's not drinking, she's not doing any other drugs, she's just getting stoned, which isn't, honestly, could be a lot worse, especially in today's modern age. It's just, it was very well. So she starts flirting with the guy there sitting at a table, and it cuts to him after he asked the question, and she's like, fuck no, I'm not going to have sex in the club bathroom with somebody I barely know, or at all, ever, as he goes to speak something. He's like, oh no, I'm only kidding, and she's like, yeah, if I said yes, you would have been all up in this, so zip it. And really, I am only 18. So, she, assassin this guy. 2 other gang members pop up, sit in a little, so it's like a little, semicircle bench with a table on it. She tries to get out, the guy pushes her back in, they calm down, bring them to Lala. Some great lines. Lala, you lost. First of all, why the fuck are you carrying $100 grand in product around with you? That was confiscated from the police. Lala got him out. Lala, Brad, the best lawyer, blah blah blah. This is the 100. So this gang has long reach, just by shown by this low-level guy, this idiot, this tool. Anyways, so he gets punched around, and she's trying to leave. She's like, I'm not a part of this, I'm gonna go. And he says, well, don't say that thing to my girl. And she's like, I'm not your girl. I'm not his girl. And so maybe he's like, well, maybe I'll have her work at the hotel and do some work there and make up some of the money you owe me. So she goes, oh, hell no, I ain't home for no one. And she looks at the guy and goes, I wrote this line down because I loved it so much. I thought you were pretty cute, until I find out you're someone's bitch, and then knees him in balls. This is just hilarious and awesome. While this is all happening, Jefferson gets home from the fundraiser, finds out Jennifer's not there, calls Anissa. Anissa confesses. This is later than it should be. So he tracks her phone, finds out she's at Club 100, not at a party. Goes to get her out, talks to the doorman in front of Lala's room. He tries to talk the guy down, just tries to shove the guy out of the way to get in. The guy pulls a gun on him, and he says, I tried to do this the right way, I want that known, I tried to do this the right way. And then the club goes dark, and that guy gets punched in the face. Some great tracking shots. This was an excellent fight scene. Like, everybody rushes out trying to shoot him. Can't see anything. All you see is flashes of his fists coming up with the lightning powers, and it was very intense, very short. Like, he took them down with no ease. No weapons, no suits. Just him, his powers, and fuck you, you hurt my daughter. He does get shot in, it sounds like a graze, So he's getting out, he's walking away, and the cops, a cop car pulls up. They pull their tasers on him, and they say, "Stop right there, put your hands up, put your big black hands up," and he just loses it. And you can see the lightning in his eyes. I will give the cops something. They did not hesitate. They fucking tased his ass. But he's a lightning superhero. So he grabs the tasers out of his body and just shocks the cops through the tasers. And just so pissed, just blows up the cop car. It's excessive, yes. It was overkill, but he took out that anger on the car and not the cops themselves. That is the point. He was angry. His daughter was in danger. He was been pulled over once by bigoted cops. He's done with tonight. He's just done with tonight. I'm glad he took out that anger on that car instead of the cops themselves. So, next up is he makes his way to his old friend, circuit father type figure. He runs a suit shop. I wonder who made his suit. Anyways, so it's only a flesh wound. He stitches him up, and they start talking about Black Lightning being wanted, Black Lightning being needed, a symbol of justice. And this proves how much Jefferson has actually thought about this. He looks at him and he says, Black Lightning wasn't justice. Black Lightning was getting revenge on Tobias Whale for my father. Then it was this, then it was that, then it was it was revenge, it was anger, it was it was not justice. This was dangerous for me. I made a promise. So we cut to the sisters. They're fighting over, oh, it was no big deal. No, it was a fucking big deal. And this is like, you came in, you were frightened, you were scared, you were terrified. I could tell you it was right there now. Now, you've calmed down, it's 15 minutes later, you're you think this is no thing. It was a venture. You weren't in any danger at all. Yes, you were. It was sisters being sisters, and they come to a settlement with it, and it's fine. But you can't blow off something like that. You almost got hoed out for just talking to a douche. So, yeah, it's not great. So they put on the TV, there's an interview with the inspector, guy in charge of the police thing, 20 years coming up in Metropolis PD. No, past 9 years ago he came up fighting Black Lightning, trying to take down Black Lightning. Black Lightning disappeared 9 years ago, and the cop goes, and somebody asks, well, I think it's Black Lightning. And reports say it was Black Lightning. People say it was Black Lightning was here. Yeah, fake news. He literally used the line, fake news, and I found it just hilarious. Not entirely sure where I got cut off there, but I was just saying that it was one hell of a promise he made to his then wife. She thought it would be better if he was a crack addict, and yeah. So, he hung up the suit. He did it for 9 years. He did it for 9 years. He didn't even come close to using his powers. Then, tonight, his daughter was... Except for tonight, his daughter was in danger. He was using his powers. I completely agree. He should have done it. The way he did it right. So he gets home, pretends that he was at the thing for so long, finds out that his daughter was at Club 100, and blah, 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 blah. Wife says, the report's Black Lightning. Was it real? Was it there? It's great chemistry between the two of those actors. It's believable. It feels like they have history together. I think he should have told her the truth, though. Like, if it came to saving his daughter, he should have told her the truth. It's one of the few things that she would have agreed with. The truth about that. Alright. So that wraps up. It cuts to the next day, It's him doing a morning jog or run routine. His daughters come up behind him. He starts racing. It's just, it's nice. The whole family's in shape. They're not perfect, but they're in shape. They get along. They eventually go to school. As Jennifer's coming up to school, I can't remember his name, comes up, confronts her, tries to, like, oh, I found your Instagram, and I zoomed in on the initials on the thing, and I figured out where you were, and that is so much stalking, dude. That is so much stalking. So he's trying to, I don't know entirely what he was trying to do with that girl, but he was trying to, like, win her over or something. Anyways, her sister sees, steps in, and he goes to grab her again, or grab the sister, and she takes him down, like, down. Self-defense class, whatever, martial arts. I have no idea what she's done, but she knows how to defend herself, and that boy went down hard. I think I even wrote, let's see. Oh, yeah, he must be getting his ass, tired of his ass handed to him by these two sisters. I did skip a part, though. I'm sorry. So it's Jefferson walking through the school. He goes, oh, hey, those yearbook photos are in my office. Come see me at blah, blah, blah time. Oh, I need that note from your mother, or that. He's walking down the halls. He's acknowledging and talking to his students directly, knows their names. It's a sign of a good principal, and I love that he's also a good principal as well as being a good father, apparently not a great husband, good father, good principal, good man. He's a beacon of this community, and he's unlike a lot of superheroes that their secret identities don't really do much. He made a life for himself. He retired, and but he's still doing good for the community. So yeah. Then the incident with his daughters happens. He comes out with the security as dipshit's going for a gun. He grabs him. He held that gun down. He's like, you're on parole. What the hell do you think you're doing? He talks this guy down from trying. He could have beaten the shit out of him easily. Powers or no powers, he could have taken this kid down. But he talks him down so he doesn't go back to jail. That's awesome. That's just awesome. So from this point, he goes and talks to the gang leader in that section. I'm assuming the gang leader in that section. I don't know if it's the gang leader of all of the 100. I'm not entirely sure. Lala, or Latavius. He calls him Latavius. I believe it's Latavius. Makes sense. Lala, Latavius. Anyways, so he goes in front of Latavius, and he's like, I have an unspoken rule with the gang leaders. You stay the fuck out of Garfield High. And he's like, well, he's my cousin, you'll owe me one, blah, 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 gangster stuff. And as a young kid comes up, he's playing a game on his phone, and Lala's way of dealing with him is much more brutal than Jefferson's would be, and Jefferson tries to step in, grabs Lala, and anyways, then there was a power move there. Lala was like, say my name. You know my name, say my name, bitch, kind of deal. He wants respect even if he can't get it. He wants somebody clearly more powerful than he is to come down to his level. So Jefferson does call him Lala. They make a deal. They go their separate ways. Apparently, at this time, dipshit breaks into the school, grabs both girls, takes them away. Jefferson rolls up. Cops are talking to the cops. Not lieutenant, but inspector. The inspector's like, well, if you'd come to me first, this wouldn't be happening right now. And so Jefferson disagrees, and so they know where they are. It's this motel that's known for the 100 using it for prostitution and that. They know that they probably brought the kids there. Inspector can't do anything until he has solid evidence, and So he goes, walks away, and tries to get it done. His wife, Jefferson's ex-wife, tells him, "You go get our daughters back." He goes back to the suit shop. Surrogate father there. He's got a surprise for him. Not only did he keep all of his suits, he's upgraded them. Now this upgraded suit does look more ridiculous than the original, and I really liked the original, but I'm not a huge fan of this. I'll give it a few chances, but it's one of the few times where it looks fucking more ridiculous, but it's more effective. It looks like it's drawing from his power, his powers, his electricity, and cause almost like a shimmer around him, like almost like a shield. Later on, he gets shot there, and the bullet stops. So it's literally more practical, more safe, but it looks more ridiculous. Alright, so he arrives at the hotel. Both Lala and Black Lightning. Full blown, he is Black Lightning right now. He is not Jefferson. So, first of all, it cuts to Lala talking to Dipshit. I'm not even going to look up his name. He's just really dumb. Anyways, so he's trying to talk to this guy. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" He literally says, "Their father is like Black Jesus to Freeland. What the fuck do you think you just did? You don't do anything of this sort without permission. You still think you did the right thing? You need to get rid of them now." And then they hear gunshots and fighting. He's like, "How many years have I been running this?" 5 years now. 5 years I've been running this motel, and there hasn't been a single thing of violence until you just did this. So Lala gets out of there and leaves it to Dipshit to deal with. Now Black Lightning comes in. It's some really nice fight move. Like, he literally has a video game finishing move. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like B, B, A, and then both at the same time. I loved it. The action sequences that are in this are very dynamic. They're very well shot. It's got a nice flow to it. I fucking love this show so far. So if they can keep this energy up, keep these relationships up, they've got a chance. Alright, so we cut to where Lala is. He gets pulled. He gets almost run down by the Cadillac. 2 little goons come out. Crazy eyes. I don't know who they are, what they are, but they got crazy eyes. They take him to Tobias Whale, one of the bigger bads, obviously above Lala. He's like, "I don't know who this is. I know you have a conflict with him. It's not Black Lightning. I killed Black Lightning." "No, bitch, you didn't kill Black Lightning. Clearly." And so he's like, "Lala, do I have to deal with this, or can I let you?" Before this conversation even happens, Tobias Whale shoots him with a harpoon gun. Wow. Your name is Tobias Whale, and you shot somebody with a harpoon gun. That is ridiculous, man. I love it. I just love it. Anyways, so they have that conversation. They go back. It's Jefferson's talking to his ex-wife, and he's like, "It's not done yet. I've only just started. He's going back. He's going to be Black Lightning. He is," and she seems to accept it. I think this more than likely ruins his chances getting back together anytime soon with her, but she won't ask him to stop because she knows the city needs it. Their daughters are old enough now; they'll understand. It's not like at the beginning when they were children. They are still their children, but they aren't kids anymore. So they're sleeping the siblings are sleeping on the same bed. The eldest, Anissa, wakes up, goes to the bathroom. It's almost like a PTSD moment, or like freaking out about people almost killing them. She's leaning over the sink, trying the sink, getting something, and her hands start to glow red, and the sink breaks. the children are starting to develop powers. I like that they showed this in the first episode so that they can explore this over the season. And yeah. So that pretty much sums up the episode. I've been thinking about it. I did miss one part. It's the old man, the surrogate father. He sends Jefferson an email saying Black Lightning wasn't all bad. It's about this old guy who got saved by Black Lightning from a stick up. And he's like, I watch this every year on my birthday. I wouldn't have seen my kids graduate college. I wouldn't have seen my grandkids go to school or go to high school. I wouldn't have seen the first black president. Thank you. And I think that sums up Black Lightning. He's needed now. He can prove that he's a hero. Let's see where this shit goes. So, I'm pumped for the rest of the season. This is one, if not the best pilot I've ever seen for a show. I loved it. Can't wait. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. Like, let me know what you thought down in the comments down below. For a rating, it's a 5 out of 5. I haven't decided. Obviously, I use lightning bolts of Flash because, well, Flash went around first. So, hey, since Thunder just revealed their powers, let's go 5 out of 5 thunderclaps. Alright, I'm Jesse. This is JaffyDuck Productions. Love you guys. See you around. Like, subscribe, you know it all. Bye.